Welcome back, everybody. It's Car and Driver Radio. I'm Alan Taylor. Today we're at SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Market Association trade show. Our show brought to you in part by TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. TireRack.com. Also, OnStar by GM, now with turn-by-turn navigation. Charlie Vogelheim joining us from J.D. Power and Associates. What is he doing here? I don't know. But he's my friend, and that's all that matters.
I want my money back.
Paul Fix is here with us. He's the president of Classic Tube. So now, here, let's explain what it is. Let's say you're restoring a classic whatever. And
Let's
you
make
need
it a car.
A fuel line. Yeah, fair enough. It's a car show. Thank you. Thank you. And a fuel line, and, you know, it's like there are these odd-shaped things that are all fit up underneath the body of the car, and you go, you know, they don't make them anymore. You can't find them anywhere. You go to the wrecking yard, and it's as bad a shape as the one that's on your car. How do you get the new, bent just the right way, little tube that carries a fuel to your engine that you've got a lot of money in? Well, you probably call Classic Tube. Is this right, Paul?
Exactly.
So tell us, you know, what other tubes do you guys bend and shape? And
oh my gosh, anything that you can think of. Basically, anything from 1/8 of an inch up to 5 inches in diameter.
An 1/8 of an inch?
Yeah. So maybe an oil line on a 28 Dodge, you know, a oil pressure line. 5-inch piece of exhaust for a late model truck that you're doing a custom job on. So, and anything in between: brake, fuel, transmission, vacuum.
It's, you know, who would have ever thought there would be enough business there? But evidently, you guys are 20 years now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you this. First of all, so obviously there's the guys out there right now that are buying the straight tube and trying to bend it themselves.
Oh, sure, and we cater to those people as well. You know, we manufacture and sell coil and fittings and all the tools for the do-it-yourself or hot rodder. But then those guys that need that concourse replacement restoration component.
Show car stuff.
Yeah, it's bent exactly to
what
the
about
OEM specification.
Chrome? Can you do chrome, or do you chrome it after the fact? Or?
Well, two different materials that we manufacture in. It would be the original equipment steel tubing. That would be what was on the car originally. But we also manufacture in stainless, and that's probably about 90% of our business, stainless steel. And those guys can polish that stuff up to look like chrome,
right,
but still have the the safe and the DOT certification that goes along with stainless tubing. So it's a permanent product.
So Mr. J.D. Power has a
no. So I'm restoring a vehicle, and you can pick whatever make and model, and you know I'm looking at an oil line. Now I can just tell you your make and model, and then you know what I need, and you know what to send me, or do I need to send you the piece, or do I need to send you the specs, or how does it work?
Well, it depends. We've got 20,000 different patterns that we manufacture, and that's from basically the 20s all the way up to almost the present.
Where do you get those patterns, by the way?
Well, either blueprints or
I was going to say,
sure.
So old blueprints from the day?
Customers send in,
and you
components.
just have to make a blueprint.
And we'll scan them and make XYZ data, and so we can
So the guy doesn't just call up and go,
hey there, I got a piece of coat hanger. It's bent just like the shape of this thing. Can you make that for me there?
Oh, we get those guys too. Yeah.
But, then I've worked with tubes to the extent that sometimes you get it and you're looking at it and you're going, it's a puzzle almost putting it back in to a certain extent, left side, right side, upside down.
Now, is there money in this? I mean, I guess it's like one of those things, like a guy that invented the QTip,
Well, it's something
he's
everybody
probably
needs.
a billionaire now.
Yeah,
it is. You're right. It's something everybody that's a car guy needs anyway.
Right.
My wife wouldn't be so interested in this, but I'm actually excited.
It's not like an Edelbrock intake manifold. You see it in the top of the engine. You can change them and everything, but but
you notice it if it's there and it's done right.
And you need it correct, and it's going to outlast the car in stainless steel.
How do you sell these products, Mo? I mean, do you advertise in the magazines? Is the internet now helping out a lot? Or
yeah, there's various ways that we do, but we retail through advertisements in magazines, and we do spots on television shows, restoration shows. Then we have a whole jobber division for those restoration shops, as well as warehouse distributors, some huge companies that buy thousands of tubes from us a month and cater to the Corvette, the Chevelle, the Camaro market, the Jeep market, and so every different avenue, including the internet.
It's funny to think. I used to. There was a guy that used to come around and make, tubes, not tubes, but flexible lines and stuff.
Oh, right. Flexible.
High pressure hoses.
Yeah.
We called him the hose man.
Right.
And car haulers and forklifts, and I mean, if you could get the hose man to come to your shop, you were so lucky because, I mean, it's like he can make the hose right there. And it's like, this guy was probably just raking in the dough.
Yeah.
And nobody knew. And he's making hoses, right?
Exactly.
And you're making tubes. And you're like 20 years in business. Who would have thunk? I'm going into the tube business. You want to join me? I mean, it's like, who would have ever thought? But it just shows the little niches. There's a place for everybody. And
It's true.
you guys are cranking it out there. It's called Classic Tube on the internet at
ClassicTube.com.
That's what I thought. All right. Paul Fix, thanks for being with us. Give your wife
Thank
a
you.
big kiss. She's a good friend of mine. Lauren Fix.
Will do.
She's the car. What is she? The car
Coach.
coach. I was going to car
Yeah.
care coach.
Lauren Fitz.
Yeah. And you're a racer too, aren't you?
Yeah. Race Trans Am.
His
for a
wife
number
can
of
pull an engine out and put it back in faster than he can. It's amazing. All right, Paul Fix, thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
It's Car and Driver. We're broadcasting from SEMA. Continue to listen. You'll have some fun, I promise.